Welcome to the new take. We are about to go up. We're going golden T-Swizzle style as Whizzle. Taylor, when you and I decided to do this little, I believe it's a couple of things you might have heard recently. I don't know. I might have put the bug in your ear. Yep. Spoiler.
K-Pop versus T-Swift.
Yeah, they're kind of big.
Yeah.
What do you think when you first had this to do on your list?
This is first time hearing. I mean, I knew K-Pop. Like I know there's multiple bands, and I've heard the popular stuff. Taylor Swift, same thing.
What do you know about? Yeah, what's your knowledge on? That was my big. I'm like.
Other than we share a first name. Her name's
I didn't even think about that. To be honest, I was like, I gotta listen.
No, I just know like the usual pop culture stuff about her. Like I have not listened to her whole discography, but I know she had that thing with Kanye.
That's one of the things I know.
And then she genre jumped from country when she was younger to pop star, and now she's like everywhere you turn. For a while, a couple of years there, I was like nothing against her. It's not her fault. She's successful, but I was just like, everywhere I turned, it was Taylor Swift. There's somebody talking about Taylor Swift. And I'm like I said, nothing against her. I was just like getting a little sick of it.
Did she put out a movie on Disney Plus like a year or two ago? Like something about a concert that she did.
A live show.
A live show, but
that's
you could
different.
See no, that's different from this. I'm just a little story when that came out and they had it in the theaters for whatever time frame it got released, then to Disney Plus.
Yeah.
I went to see a movie with my wife on date night.
Okay.
Right. And the end of I think it was the end. No, not end of the Eras tour. I don't know. It was something a couple of years ago. Whatever. The little girls wearing sequin, like the bedazzled like dresses
in the audience, or
in the audience to go see it in the theater. Because I went to go see it like a way different movie.
That was the one where it was like viral videos of inside the theater audience and everyone's like singing along. And then there was like a debate on should you do this as a moviegoer? Like some people would like it, some people don't.
Well, you're going into that knowing it's a concert. One, so you got to be prepared for people to actually get up and dance, possibly.
Yeah.
So going into that, if you think it's you sit down and you watch this like you don't smile in an old time Western photograph sort of thing. No, you got to dance, and it's like Minecraft, knowing you're gonna go see that scene with the chicken jockey and they all jump up and throw the popcorn.
Yeah.
It's
like Rocky.
You know what you're getting into.
Yeah, but I'm on the fence because if I'm like in a theater, I want to hear the theater sound and everything, and not somebody
go to a matinee. Go to a matinee then. Go when they're in school.
No, but I'm saying like if an artist that I really enjoyed, if they had a live concert in the theaters that I could watch, I want to hear it, not hear other people. I mean, you roll the dice too in a concert if you're in the crowd. People around you are going to be singing and you can find it annoying, but I don't know. I'm on the fence.
So if like Metallica did one of theirs in the theater,
that
might be different because they're very. The chair, you can still headbang. You can do it, and you can do air guitar. And you can.
Yeah, that's different because most of their songs are loud. Like I don't know.
T-Swift's probably pretty loud too. I'm sure it doesn't matter with all the little Swifties running around and whatnot. Like you're getting. Because most of these parents had like 5 to 10 kids with them at a clip.
Yeah.
And they're all in their dresses, shirts, like hoping they're going to get on the internet.
No, I'm not knocking that. I'm just
that's what I saw. And I'm like, holy crap.
No, that's cool. That's cool. I like that.
That's dedication. Like, it seemed like they made like their dresses. You know what I mean? And they
the so-called Swifties.
The Swifties, yeah. And that's not a knock term. That's what.
No, I think
that's their term, right? That's what their group is.
Fan club.
The fan base.
Are you
Swifties?
Common phrase. Are you a Swiftie?
Swiftie, right? And that's what. And that's. I'm not saying as a knock. That's what I was told.
So
Swifties.
To kind of to wrap up my experience with her, and just the popular tracks that were on the radio, pop culture references. she's
Teardrops on My Guitar
Kelsey.
was a good song.
Was that on this
That was
album?
her first single.
Oh, okay. So it's
Teardrops.
country.
That was like the first song on that album. Number one, I think, was like Tim McGraw or Alan Jackson or something. It was a country
McGraw,
artist.
I think you had said.
McGraw? Was it? I don't know.
Yeah, so she was like full country when she was younger.
Or just, that acoustic pop, good voice, country gal,
Yeah.
And then it just seemed like when Kanye went on stage and said, Beyonce, whatever.
Yeah,
whatever.
Basically saying that
If you didn't
Beyonce,
see it, well, she's too young for you, bro.
that was like a pretty big pop culture event.
That was a moment.
Everybody was talking about it and saying how rude it was, and like, I mean, he did pretty much like interrupt her, and it was like her big moment.
He took a big old shit out of
Yeah.
her. He did. And like, you're just, whether you like her or not, you're like, that's kind of still her moment, bro.
Yeah.
Can you just but that's Kanye being Kanye. You love him, you hate him, you love him, you hate him,
Right.
whatever. Anywho, but going into this album, same, likewise with me. That's all I knew was Teardrops on My Guitar, Shake It Off.
Yeah.
Uh,
Shake It Off is probably the
Shake
biggest
It
one.
Off. It's catchy, right?
Yeah.
Like it's hooky. But what do you think of with kind of the basic knowledge going into this assignment of actually
Like listening to it
from beginning to end, dedicating your 50 minutes, hour, whatever, not even 50 minutes probably,
Yeah, I think it's like
of time to this. How'd you listen to it? Did you put earbuds? Did you?
Oh, yeah, I had
How'd you listen? I'm curious.
earbuds. I didn't look at lyrics while listening to it, but a few songs I had to look up the lyrics because I had to do essentially a double take because some of these lyrics, they're vulgar, and that kind of stunned me because I don't know, like I said, not really familiar with her, but I just assumed that she was like clean cut, wouldn't swear in her albums, and like apparently in the earlier ones, I think I asked a few people, they said like she doesn't normally swear, so this is like different.
Mm-hmm.
And then she kind of talks shit about other artists in it,
And
talking about drugs too.
Yeah, that was one of my notes.
She says something about like you get brave when you're on coke or something like that.
I forgot about that.
And I think she's talking about another pop artist who, and they have like a feud
Probably
of it.
Yeah.
Um,
But see, now that we didn't really, her fan base would get that, right? So when you're listening to it, you're like, well,
No,
I don't,
yeah, I'm not saying it's bad. It threw me for a loop because going into this, I thought she was like super clean cut.
Right, and you're just listening for the first time, kind of, and you're like, wait a minute, this is my painted picture going in.
Yeah.
That's not necessarily my painted picture of what I thought going in.
Okay.
But then when I saw see, now kind of back up, right? Because I didn't know when we had this idea of doing the K-pop Demon Huntrix versus the life of a showgirl. I didn't know they had a Taylor Swift made a documentary movie that got released in theaters that made 50 million fucking dollars.
Yeah, I didn't either.
What? I didn't even, and it was number one. It beat The Rock's movie that he did as that had $100 million. What?
This is concert footage.
I don't know. I just found out about this doing a little research while the life of a showgirl, and this made more sense after I found it out and listened to it this week because I didn't know it, and we had this idea prior to us knowing that little nugget.
So are the songs on this album in this movie? Or
see, right, like
or not?
that,
or you said it was older, like it released.
it came out in August.
Oh,
this year.
So
August.
it is related to this album,
right?
Yeah.
It's. Did I write? What was it called? August movie. The official. It was called the official release party of a showgirl. So it's got the same general title, The Life of a Showgirl,
released at the end summer.
See, now August, right? So theatrical release. Now, to compare and contrast at this time in August was a K-Popathon at the Casa at Mikasa. It was K-pop, pop, as my little one.
Yeah.
No, we can't watch K-pop right now. Like it's infectious.
Yeah.
It truly is. I wanted to. I was all right. Have you seen the meme? Do they call them the reels that are like memes? They're like the shorts.
I think they're all kind of memes.
Right? They're all kind of. They call them TikToks nowadays.
Yeah.
But that's just like the Kleenex
Yeah.
term, right? Anyway, nonetheless. Have you seen the one where the guy, the dad, day one of listening to K-pop Demon Hunters, and he videos himself in the mirror?
No, I'm not.
And then he's just normal him like
Progresses
me,
and he's
right?
like-
And day two, while
he's
listening to
jamming.
K-pop Demon Hunters as a dad, and then all of a sudden you see like he's got like a little something here,
Yeah.
and then day 12, 16,822 times later watching, he's like,
Yeah.
he's got like the braids and he's got the colors and he's got the markings and everything.
I have not seen
That's
that,
slowly
but
becoming
I
me.
can see it because
Me or seeing it?
No,
as
I'm
this as
saying like in general, like
Yeah.
you know, before seeing the K-pop movie Demon Hunters, like I'd only heard about it, but I never like knew what it was actually about.
Who'd you hear from? Mainly.
Probably you. Yeah, because you were telling me you gotta just watch it, and then when we did this matchup, so
Just watch it.
I don't want to say I was forced to watch it, but I'm glad I watched it.
Okay, now I forced him to watch it. He's only watched it like 7,000 times.
What?
But no big deal.
Once.
It's fine.
I
All
watched
right,
it
fake
once.
news.
But I liked it.
Okay, so now, if you were to just listen to the soundtrack of K-pop, right? If you were just to listen to it,
Yeah.
I told you it's not the same. It's like listening to the Greatest Showman soundtrack, and then thinking, oh yeah, I know the movie. You can't. It's like
Yeah.
the words are intertwined with the movie. It's so much deeper than that. So like when I found out that Taylor Swift had the album, the album and the movie that I didn't know that she had come out, make 50 million and go number one.
Yeah.
Comparing these two is a phenomenal little stumble.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
Two mediums released for music, like, and I think doing this is like genius. Like in this, we haven't started on K-pop, but like the movie was funny. Like, in doing a movie with the soundtrack and doing it that way is like genius because it's like you're exposed to the songs, it's funny, and like you're more exposed to it.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
it makes you build more of a
it's like repetitive, like you're saying that meme where the dad's listening to it and then by day whatever he's like he knows all the words and it's like it is infectious.
There's so many.
That's where K-pop this matchup has it over for Swift album in my book. Like in terms of like infectious sing-alongs, like Fate of Ophelia was like the only one I felt was like a sing-along on the Swift album, which I think is the highest played one on Spotify.
That one and Father Figure? No, Elizabeth Taylor. Elizabeth Taylor, I think, is the second. And then Father Figure is the third, I think. Or they flip flop so much in the 3, 4, 5.
Before we move on from Taylor Swift.
Yeah, I have a couple things I want to mention about Taylor Swift. I know I agree with you on a lot of it.
Okay.
Especially the unnecessary swearing.
Yeah.
Because I know it looked to be more of what is that?
PG-13 to R rating, kind of like she's.
I was
her
hoping
bad
she was
girls.
going to grow up, and do that whole.
But I mean, she's
this
like,
is an evolution kind of.
Isn't she
right?
like 35?
Yeah,
but
in the young 30s.
We
maybe?
think of her as like a young artist, so like her swearing is like shocking because we're used to her. She got really big at a young age, and hearing her swear, but she's. Like,
but see, I wouldn't mind the swearing if it would have fit the song.
Okay, so you're saying like her songwriting.
It's unnecessary. Now, I don't want to say them, but like, all right, like one of them, like on the track Wood, love was the key to open my thighs. I mean, Now I put when I first
very
when I
direct.
when I first heard that I wrote all this down. As soon as I heard it, I'm like type. So this is what I typed when I typed. Love was the key to open my thighs as Andy sighs. Like it was. I'm like, dude, come on, bro. It's unnecessary. I get it. It's well, at least I'm in love. But come on, like
It's kind of cringy. Like,
it's right. You're like you're giving the like the
sounds
father
corny.
figure was the other one with the because my dad is bigger. You're supposed to sign a deal with the devil or something of the sort. I don't know. I didn't want to pay too close attention. It didn't make sense.
Yeah,
Then.
something
I
in the
don't really
chorus, something about
like your
dick's bigger.
as a father, as a man, you're supposed to do whatever for your kids, even if it's to sign a deal with the devil. And like, what?
Yeah.
Wait, so that makes me wonder. It leads to the next song where, what was it? Elizabeth Taylor. That's where I thought this was kind of a concept album mixed with like a biopic on herself, sort of like a real story, and like doing a little research on this just because I never knew anything about it, so I figured I'd learn a little something about this one. It kind of was the case. I don't know about the movie. Maybe that makes it more so. Now that I know that there's a movie, maybe that puts a little bit more, like you said, with K-pop. When you see it, it builds a little bit more of a feel with the picture, with the audio as well.
Yeah, you're not just hearing lyrics.
I don't think I need to see her movie though. T Swift's.
Yeah, I was just gonna ask you that. Now that we learned there was a movie, are you gonna watch
It's
it?
probably as much as I really need to see of or hear going forward. I mean, unless she wants to like sit down and chat, that'd be cool.
I don't find her like terrible.
I just want to talk to her to figure out stuff.
Hey,
Like, can I ask you like just 4 questions? Give me 4 questions. Give me a Mount Rushmore of questions that I want.
Like I said, I think it's because we got to know her when she was like, you know,
We saw the whole thing.
goody, you know, doesn't swear.
But see, I don't care if she would swear, but like,
That's why
she's
it's so shocking.
she's trying too hard. Wish List was trying too hard. A lot of trying too hards. And the Travis love songs, the Travis Kelsey love songs, the Actually Romantic, the Honey, like those were trying too hard. Even trying to like get back to her roots, trying too hard to do it.
Overall, this album to me, when I got done listening to it, it was like very melancholy, like mellow, which is fine for some things. But like, yeah, kind of, yeah. But it wasn't terrible, but it was like very low energy. And I think this album got like ripped up by critics, right?
Well,
even like Swifties didn't like it. Some of them.
When I tried to figure out, because I couldn't figure it out. Like after this, like when I found out about the movie coming out, didn't know, you know, because if you learn something new, you might as well just keep diving.
She's a billionaire, isn't she?
Probably. I mean, she should at least have $1 for every one of her fans. So that's got to be what, $3.5 billion?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. I think it was big news when she became a billionaire.
And I'm like I'm saying, we're nitpicking. I couldn't put an album like Taylor Swift together.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? We're just here to talk sauce. If she wants to come on and like answer 4 questions on my Mount Rushmore list, that'd be pretty cool too.
One thing I wanted to add is that there is some controversy on. I was telling you about this before. I saw a video where a TikToker like pointed out many songs on this new album that clearly sound like other songs. Mm-hmm. Like maybe she lifted the riffs or whatever, but
you showed me one, or we listened to one. You were like, just listen to it.
Wood.
Was it Wood?
The intro of Wood has this like guitar riff that's Jackson 5. ABC, right? It sounds a lot like
that intro. Was the first song besides "Caught Mama's Kissing Santa." That would have been pretty funny.
And there was a couple other ones that he had them like clipped where you saw, you know, the original and then her song.
Oh, side by side.
Yeah, and he would be like, "Oh, it's this one," but
sure.
Wood was the one I remembered most. It's like, oh my god.
It was pretty. It's one of those. Well, we talked. What song was it that we just reviewed? The Leonard Skinner.
Oh yeah.
Is that Scorpions? Yeah, that kind of like that. But I think I was because I heard rumors that this was about maybe someone's member of some sort, and I think I was too busy trying to think of or listen to the lyrics.
Yeah.
That I wasn't even listening to the instrumentals. One, I was playing Madden too, and I was on a really good drive. I think I scored like 100 points in that game. It was pretty sweet. You want to take me on a Madden? Let's go.
Now, I don't know if I hadn't seen that video where it pointed out like the similarities of, you know, like maybe she copied it. if I hadn't seen that, I don't know if I would recognize it.
You broke the glass for me.
Yeah,
for sure.
like once you hear it, you can't unhear it.
Does that make you want to re-listen to the album now
Yeah.
to find those, or do you just want to send me that clip? So
Yeah,
I
I should
don't
try to
have
find it.
so I don't have to go through the pain again of doing
If I knew who the person was, I'd give him credit. But I saw it and I was
dude,
like,
I give you
oh.
credit because you probably had to listen to it several times over.
This is way before we decided to do this matchup, so I would have saved it.
I'm glad we picked this so far before.
Yeah.
Because like stumbling upon this, and you can like if you had one of those like lie detectors that they have in the casinos, if you were to like see my facial recognition software, dude, it blew my mind. If I would have known she had a movie, it changed everything when I found that out. It was kind of cool. Like day before we decided to like do this, that whatever. Anyway,
what do you give these?
All right. So, The Life of a Showgirl. For the first time listening to Taylor Swift, my overall opinion was I think you tried a little too hard on everything you tried to do. Fate of Ophelia was, I mean, it was still catchy like that. I feel like that's like a Gaga almost.
Keeping it 100 on the land, on the air, on
Yeah.
the sea, or whatever.
Elizabeth Taylor was all right, but I didn't like the lyric when she said trade. I'd trade a Cartier bracelet for love. And then, you know, like how Juicy J says in like after he says a bar, he'll put like a background vocal of tripping or whatever, or whatever he wants to say. She then says, kidding.
Oh, and that's
so like she would be like, no, fuck that. I'm keeping my Cartier bracelet. You save your love.
Yeah.
Travi, bro. Come on, man. I hope that's not what that means. Or I hope I misheard, but I re-listened to that part and I'm like, wait a minute, because Juicy J does that all the time, and I like hearing his funny quotes. Like
they're engaged, right?
Yeah,
like that just recently.
Over under, how long is that engagement gonna take? I got 2.5 years. Over under.
Like you think?
How long will the engagement be? I got the over on that because I was like 2.5 because I'm like maybe they elope quick to like f everybody.
Well,
you know, like no one gets
I think, scoop. I didn't look up, but I think she's like 35. So if she wants to have kids, she better get cracking.
Well,
maybe they'll get married.
Shoot,
because if she wants to have.
We were in high school the same time she was in high school.
I want to look this up.
Because 2006, she was 16. So she was
I'm guessing at her age. I know she's got to be in her 30s.
So
right?
we're 4 years older than she is. So she can be 36. Sorry for putting your age on the air.
Yeah, she is 35. I was right.
You can Wikipedia that.
She has a famous album called 1989, which is her.
Her birthday. That's right.
Yeah, so
she's
35.
Sorry, like I said, we thought it'd be a fun idea for two jamokes from the 920 to give a new take. And hey, if you like it, please click like and subscribe.
Just looking at
moving on.
35 years old. A little stat showed up. It says, "Did Taylor Swift have a 4.0 GPA in high school?" And it says yes. It says yes. Taylor Swift had a 4.0 GPA in high school.
Did you know? We won't even go down that road. I don't want to.
Where did she go to school? She was homeschooled in her early years, and then she reportedly earned straight A's and graduated with a perfect grade point.
Where did she go to high school? If they have that, they should, right? Or they give her GPA. You might tell her where she got it from.
So it says she was homeschooled freshman and sophomore, and then went to high school junior and senior. And that's where she got the 4.0 when she was.
So that was just as she became popular.
She graduated a year early.
So
of high school.
She was sick. How old was she when the teardrops?
She attended Hendersonville High School.
When did her first album come out?
I don't know. I have to.
So she went to high school.
She's from West Reading, Pennsylvania.
So 1989. So she was in high school and touring the country.
She's 5'10", and her middle name is Allison. Anyway, let's move on.
She likes long walks on the beach.
How many stars do you give this?
I mean, are we doing 5-star for Elton State?
Yeah. I'm giving it a 2.
Yeah, 2. Yeah. I mean, I'm not going to knock you for being popular, but I mean, I feel like you could have done better.
Yeah.
With the resources that you have, you could have done better, and that's why I give it a 2-star. Especially as a person coming from the outside, that's who your new music should be geared towards. Is like you're growing up, like all of us are. You're evolving, like all of us are. Show us something. What do you got when you got every single? I just felt like it was underwhelming.
Yeah, it was mellow album.
And that's what the critics said too. It was like you got, what were the ones? Rolling Stone gave it a 5 out of 5. Rolling Stone gave it 5 out of 5.
Yeah, but
I wrote down.
Sometimes I feel like
now wait.
If they give it a shitty review, the Swifties are gonna have like a rebellion or whatever. Like,
okay,
they're gonna get roasted.
But it just like how we were kind of lopsided as it was a meh album for us, right?
Yeah.
It actually it evened out actually when I did the biggest one I could find that gave it the same rate actually we gave it 2 out of 5 stars was The Guardian, okay. Which is like the biggest one that was the shittiest rating, right? Yeah. Financial Times, who gives a shit what the fucking Financial Times says about Financial Times.
I'm just like, you know,
but those are the only other ones that were big named.
Would be pissed, you know, like I can see them. Yeah,
that's what, and I get it. I get that though, you know. Like
I'm sure if any Swifties are hearing this right now, and they're probably saying, "Well, you need to listen to this album now," which maybe we do now. Like
she has a lot of them.
Yeah, I don't want to like write her off. Like I'll listen to more if maybe we can review like some of her earlier stuff.
She has the same amount of number ones as the Beatles.
Yeah, that's crazy.
But did you know?
16?
Did you know? You're usually the fun factoid guy.
Hit me.
I believe now, Swifties, in all respect, like I said, as far as expectation going in, I think that's the reason why I got it lower is because I was underwhelmed. You know, like it never brought me back up. It just kind of got.
I'm not going to write her off, but I'll maybe listen to some of her early stuff just to compare it. But
maybe she had a cold.
Let's move on to K-pop, which is the contender here, which I think blew this blew Swift's album away.
I got chills finally. He finally talked K-pop. I was the only one that had to endure the K-pop at first.
Yeah, so just a bit of history.
And now I'm hearing what your thoughts are. I'm very excited. I'm going to shut my mouth.
You really were adamant that I needed to see this movie. And I said, well, K-pop Demon Hunters, like, I had heard about it, but I didn't, like, I was like, obviously it's animated. It's the same animation studio that did the Spider-Man movies. So it's very similar art.
Coming soon to a TV screen or whatever you want to call it, visual thing to look at near you.
What's coming?
We're going to be doing a Spider-Man coming soon. The third one's coming out. I cannot wait.
The same animator.
Oh, so good.
So you tried to get me convinced to watch this movie, and I said, normally I wouldn't. If we weren't reviewing it, I probably wouldn't have watched it. But I want to say I'm glad we're doing this because I'm glad I got to watch it. The art or the effects, the animation in it, like just like Spider-Man, bright, vibrant colors.
It's pretty.
Yeah. And the story was pretty decent for how outrageous as it sounds like.
Right?
3 girls are a pop band, and then Moonlight as demon hunters.
Like they're a generational band that flows through time, that battles demons to keep keeps this shield of some sort. I mean, I know the
like
thing
balance or something.
But there's and the goal is to forever keep the demons out of here and causing havoc and whatnot, right? Mm-hmm. And throughout the years, they're getting close, and with this Huntrix band, they're pretty close. Mm-hmm. Well, you keep going. I if you want me to spin a yarn, I can spin a yarn, but I'm interested to hear you.
No, this like I said, I was really happy we did this because that made me watch it. The songs, we talked about it already, kind of in the Swift thing, that these songs are way catchy. Mm-hmm. Like
Infectious.
Yeah, infectious. Like I'm sure if I watch it again, I'll start to memorize them, and next thing I know, I'll be humming them in the shower. So Rumi is one of the characters, one of the three girls. Yeah, and she's we find out
She's a
like,
daywalker.
Yeah, she's like part demon.
Her dad was a demon, and her mom was not.
Yeah.
And we got to keep this on the hush.
Yeah. The story is actually, like I said, it's outlandish, but it's actually pretty good. Like,
it sure is.
And then
so we had to get fresh beers. All right. So now this K-pop Huntrix Demon Hunters phenomenon took over June with the soundtrack.
Took over like the charts.
Took over everything. The charts, it boomed.
Everyone's talking about
with Golden, and then the whole soundtrack just came with it.
Mm-hmm.
A little slower than because the song was up there, and the movie boomed pretty much the entire summer. I'm fairly positive it's been in the top 5, at least not top 3, top slot. It's been in the top slot for this. What did I have down here? It has been. K-pop was number 1 for the whole summer, 8 out of the 15 weeks. It was at the number 1 slot. Now, fun fact, can you guess when it was at its peak? I think right around the August, end of July, August, what movie dethroned it after like being almost invincible?
What movie around August?
I'll give you a clue, but I'll give it away.
Is it a Pixar movie? Or another animated Moana or something?
No, Netflix. They're top.
Oh, Netflix. Oh.
You know, like they have the top 10.
Yeah.
They all have that now, but
boy, I'm deer in headlights singing this.
You're gonna love it.
Yeah, it's probably obvious. Is it gonna be obvious?
Probably.
Hit me.
With your best shot.
Hot on one cheek, and sure enough, right there on the other. PB1. Happy Gilmore 2.
Oh, really?
Dethroned it for I think like a week, and then sure enough, right there on the next week, K-pop taking right over.
Came back. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so it was not like.
But it was cool that the one blip during its like epic run was the biggest opening box office weekend, I guess if you want to call it, for Netflix was 43 or 46 million views. I think it was 43.6 million views.
Dang.
Their highest box office weekend for a movie ever, which beat K-pop. That is now, what is it? That is Netflix's biggest movie to date is K-pop Demon Hunters. Is their biggest movie yet. You imagine if Netflix and Sony are going to be on The Amazing Spider-Man and that got released on Netflix and it's just there.
Is that the plan for the
I hope so. That's wishful thinking, bro. Because, man, if I don't have to buy it, I'm broke.
The first 2 were in the theater, though, weren't they?
Yeah.
So why wouldn't the third one?
I don't mind if it's in the theater. I'm just saying if it's on Netflix as well and I can go to the theater, watch it on the ultra screen, come home and I can watch it when I go to bed, that'd be cool. Dude.
I regret not seeing the Spider-Man in the theater. Quick admission, first time I watched the Spider-Man in this art form or whatever, it was on an airplane. So like, it was like not the smaller screen, but like
it's not the best visual, but at least it gave you a sense of like,
it made the flight go super fast.
Right.
I was like,
I'm in this.
Yeah, it was good. So
that's gonna happen, folks. That needs to happen, and it's gonna. Spider-Man
to do reviews on
reviews.
Yeah.
I say we wait for the third one before we get derailed on
those
Sasha boys over here.
Those had good soundtracks too.
Yeah, a lot of great soundtracks on that as well. Yeah, we'll talk about that coming up in a screen near you soon. But so this was the biggest movie. Now, I didn't have to do a lot of research on this because my kids eventually drug me in, and now I'm that.
How many times, with your kids wanting to watch it, how many times would you say you started it for them and like you've watched it in the background, kind of, like while you're doing other stuff?
A lot.
So
on top of
are they like glued to it too? The
my
TV?
son is, because he's just about to turn 2.
Okay.
So he just sees bright, flashy colors and catchy tunes.
Yeah, it's like cartoons, almost like.
And it's like the ultimate cartoon, man.
Yeah.
I had to wait 40 years to get that. He has it at 1 barely a half.
Yeah.
And
Whenever he wants too, like you don't have to wait for Saturday mornings.
right. Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, that.
That kind of sucks. There's something about waiting all week, and
And it's pop, 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 pop. Right? Like whatever. So I'd be curious, because now that I found out that Taylor Swift had a movie that made 50 mil, what do you think K-pop would have made because they're bringing it to the theaters, because it kind of didn't do so much because people didn't know what the hell it was.
Right.
K-pop Demon Hunters. But then when you're on Netflix, it's free, and you're like, oh my god, you guys need to watch this. You guys.
Honestly, when I first saw or heard about it, it sounded like a low budget, like knowing nothing about it other than the name K-pop. Like I knew what that was.
Right.
But it sounded like
A generality.
Yeah, I first to admit that I kind of jumped to conclusions on like what it was. It seemed like a low budget
Office Space.
Yeah.
That's all I can think
jump
about.
to conclusions.
Jump to
man.
conclusion.
But no, I
conclusion.
I dismissed it just because the name confused me a little. But like I said, I'm glad I watched it because it's good.
They should almost call it Huntrix Demon Hunters.
Yeah.
Huntrix Demon Hunters would make more sense. That's the only thing I didn't get. I thought K-pop is like a genre of music that's over in
Korea. Yeah.
But whatever. Nonetheless, the single did better, got people to listen, watch, whatever, and repeat, and then finally boomed in August when the movie came out for T-Swift. I think K-pop would have probably beat if they would have had a better marketing campaign for it and not just like subtly released it.
Do you think
And
they
it
made?
became but I think that's what made it big is because it came through word of mouth. And like the movie, it was like a group that made this bond.
It
and
probably happened just like me. I watched it because we're doing this review, but then like just today, when I was at my parents' house earlier, I just said, hey, we did this as a review. It was pretty cool. Like it has
parents would like it. I think.
Yeah, and I said, it's like good. It's not any Taylor Swift.
It's not unnecessary.
Vulgar.
Right?
Yeah, and it's almost like Pixar level funniness too. Like
they have some good stuff, like when they do the animation of the corn cob.
Yeah,
in their eyes whenever they see the abs. I'm Baby Sasha, by the way, and I'm also, who did my daughter say? I'm the rapper. Oh, I'm her. I forget her name.
Do you think they called it K-pop because they have the girls in it and they have the boy band?
That was going to be my...
If they named it Huntrix, it's kind of like...
I just feel like they're the demon hunters, so like it would be Huntrix Demon Hunters. But like, yes, that was my...
So they can a bunch of artists were involved with it.
Right, and our buddy who's over there warned us about this influence of music a while back, and we were like, "What are you talking about?
Like it's gonna be huge."
Yeah, and we're like, "What? No way, bro! What? No way!" Oh. Sure enough, he's right. Anywho, now this is the thing. Their songs were T-Swift-esque this summer. And I say that as out of the 10 slots that are available for everything that you can be in for the top 10 for songs, they own for the most part. Give or take a Bruno Mars or another random big hit, right? So they had that T-Swift-esque summer.
Yeah, like everyone's talking about it.
Kept going. And going, and right now they're making they made their first American appearance. What was it? Saturday Night Live
as Huntrix.
As Huntrix, I think Bad Bunny was the
host. They were the music act.
They weren't the music act. They just showed up as in a skit with Bad Bunny.
Oh, okay. Because I have that episode recorded. I haven't watched it.
Yeah. They performed. I think a couple days later on Fallon. Jimmy Fallon, Saturday on the Late Show night. I forget whichever one.
One of the.
He took over for Leno, right?
I can't think.
I'm trying to remember the show, but whatever. That dates me. Was he Leno? Letterman? Who the hell are they? I'm a Craig Ferguson guy.
I'm terrible at timelines of that. Like, when did that happen? Like,
Craig Kilborn? Remember Craig Kilborn?
Yeah, he's the first Daily Show.
Yeah, he was on the. Yeah, he did.
And he's the bad,
was he? No, that was
the bad guy in Old School. Like the jerk.
He tries to do the girl. Whatever. We're not going to go down that road.
Yeah.
So, however, now when I told you that you had to listen to it, and it being so intertwined in the music,
The movie
did it make you? What did it make you feel at the end of the movie when you're like, "Holy crap, this is a pretty good movie"? Can you say that I'm right?
Yeah.
Yes. All right, sweet. Because I felt like such a man card, please. Because I was like telling everyone, like, I'm sorry I'm gonna talk about this, but we're going up, up, up. We're going golden, baby. Like Matthew Golden from the Green Bay Packers. Go Pack, go.
Go Pack, go.
No, big game this
I'm gonna
week. Aaron Rodgers coming. Well, not we're going to see him, but still.
I'm saying it again. Like, I'm glad. Not that you twisted my arm, but because we were doing this review. Otherwise, I wouldn't have watched it.
And what did you also think about the little nuances of the Sasha Boys and also the band Twice? Sasha Boys are that's
the guy group.
Andrew Choi who sings that voice.
Okay,
but he's the lead singer of the Sasha Boys, who's
Soda Pop.
Pop. My little Soda Pop.
Yeah.
Did you find yourself doing this at all ever?
No, but
once you see it twice,
the song is catchy as hell.
Look at you, just
when I was saying about it being funny, probably my favorite joke in the whole movie was they're performing, they're at busy schedules, and they're like, couch, couch, couch. Like they couldn't wait to get on the couch. And then they trail it. That joke comes in at the end where they're like, they defeated them and they're saying couch, couch, but they're like, wait, let's they notice they start talking to fans, and that's kind of
let's get back to
they're like, I want to go to the couch, but maybe we'll just talk to fans.
Yeah.
I thought that was kind of a cool.
And then it shoots up to Huntrix come back, and then it shows the bird and the
cat. That cat thing sitting
which all those pops are coming out for Funko Pops.
Really?
They're coming out. Oh yeah. I'm not gonna say the date because then the pre-orders will probably get. So do your own research.
Scalpers or whatever,
Well, I mean, I have an addiction. It's not anything bad. It's Funko Pops. I have a problem because I love so many cool little because they're so well detailed. I just love them.
Yeah, those are more of a collection investment. They'll be worth money some days. Yeah.
I hate being right sometimes. It just sucks that you have to wait.
I'm gonna give this movie 4 out of 5.
Nice.
It's pretty high.
Dude, I was hoping for at least a 4.
Yeah,
I was hoping for at least a 4.
I was pleasantly surprised. I really liked it. If you don't know anything about K-pop, you don't really need to know anything. You could go into this movie. Yeah. Like I said, I think I said it a couple times. Pixar level jokes. Animation is gorgeous. Colors, the sound, obviously the music.
Mm-hmm.
4 out of 5. What do you give it a 5 out of 5?
I'm gonna go as far as a album. That was the only problem I had with rating these two because you have boy band, girl band, way different band because we're doing this.
I was rating the movie.
Oh, you're doing the movie?
I was rating the movie.
Oh, all right. Yeah, the movie. I'm gonna give a 4.5.
I'd probably give the album by itself. Again, I only watched the movie, so I didn't hear the album in a row, but I'd still probably give it the music a 4 out of 5.
All of it, what you heard is pretty much. Unless you want to hear the actual soft score, sort of.
I'm glad I watched the movie because, like you said, the lyrics have to do with the plot, and if you didn't know the plot of the movie, you'd be lost.
There's a deluxe version of this album that came out,
okay,
and that helped boost. I think it's August when the movie also hit that stride, right? Because there's a sing along where it's a soft sing, and that's how crazy this got so fast. They had a regular album 1 month, the next month they already have a sing along, acoustic, instrumental, and now David Guetta's doing remixes of this. Like it's a phenomenon, and it's a feel good. It makes you feel good. Like
Do the singers do the music too, or is that
the singers do the music,
like what am I trying to say? Like
produce it.
yeah, like who's doing the beats and
That I would have to do a deeper look at. As far
I
as
was just
production.
curious because like one of them has like a rapper.
But they all
style.
do. They all do their own vocal.
No, I know
Ejae,
that.
Nuna,
I know that, but I'm
Rayami.
saying like music, like writing the songs and
Yep. Yeah,
like
I believe
producing the beats for the songs and the.
I would have to do a deeper dive, but I mean it can't be worse than 16 ghostwriters and 16.
I was
number
just
ones.
curious. It just as we're talking, it came.
But yeah, I honestly with this one, as a movie 4 out of 5, as a soundtrack. What was the fun fact I learned on this album besides the? I can't find it. I gotta figure out how to do this thing better. It's called being organized. No idea how to do it, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, Generation X. Anywho, I'm gonna give it the soundtrack a 5-star because it hits everything. It's just like The Greatest Showman. I think that's one of the greatest soundtracks of all time too. 8 Mile, that's up there. What else do we got? Chicago, maybe? Chicago's pretty good.
I mentioned Rocky Horror Picture Show.
Ooh, that's a good one too.
But like that
Would
was
you like to see a soundtrack Mount Rushmore episode? That'd be fun. Let me know. Or we could do it right now.
that's a good theater etiquette when we were talking about like should you be like loud and shit in the theater. Rocky Horror would top
That would be
like in my like musical
What was the one
soundtrack.
The guy from Bavarian? Is that the movie I'm thinking of? The futuristic one by the Fifth Element guy?
No, you're thinking of
what is-
Valerian.
Valerian. That's the guy in the Metallica movie.
Luc Besson.
Yeah,
is the director.
I forget the Metallic movie he's in, but if I would have saw that movie in the theater, I would have headbanged. I would have stand up and headbanged. That's me though. I have. If I feel the music, dude, I gotta go. I gotta rock it.
If you were the only one in there standing up and rocking out,
Then I would not do it.
yeah.
I would have bang in my seat like a normal civilized adult.
Yeah,
If
like-
I see 2 other ones over there that are doing it, I'm like, wife, huh? She'll
I
be
mean,
like,
if
2
you-
more, give me 2 more, and then 2 more pop. See?
If you're digging it, yeah, do your thing. But like the whole point is like
I know.
other people are in the theater too. Like,
You're also seeing a concert from you with Ejae.
yeah, we could talk this over and over.
Please do. The masses want to know how this 5-star review is still going to go because I'm still. I want to thank my wife, son, daughter, and all the other K-pop anonymous. Damn, you give him all easy ones. K-pop anonymous.
You're saying, what do you
Thank
think?
you for getting me into K-pop because this movie was delightful. It was fun, and I get why Spider-Man took so long to come out because they were doing this movie. I get it. Thank you for the how Lil Wayne would say, sorry for the wait.
Yeah, this animation studio is.
They're knocking it out of the park now, man.
They're crushing it.
They're good. The Spider-Man is so good. If you haven't seen this, see it. I'm going to talk about more of it. Lots of it.
Maybe we'll do when the third one comes out. We could discuss like the trilogy.
We could do it leading up to the movie, and then we could go see the movie.
Yeah, maybe, yeah.
It's not for like another year, though. Anywho, that's our thoughts, our new take on T-Swizzle, K-Pizzle, for Shizzle. Taylor, anything else you want to say on these 2 phenomena?
No, but
Something like a phenomenon.
no,
Cool J.
K-pop beat T-Swift in this
Yes.
matchup for me. And it was pretty lopsided. If you haven't seen it, go see this movie. If you're a fan of animated movies, go see it.
And it's coming out to the theaters this Halloween weekend. If this ever goes up to the masses, it is coming. It's getting
Really?
sent out to the theaters, to select theaters.
I thought
but-
it was released on Netflix.
Well, they're putting it back in the theaters just for Halloween.
But back in the theaters. It was in the theaters?
Yeah, it was in the.
Oh.
Well, I mentioned prior just a little. It was in there for a little bit, not much.
Oh. Shit, maybe
It was a cup of coffee in the theater. You know, it costs money to hold onto a film.
Maybe we'll go see it in the theater and shoot.
Dude, you imagine if they put that on the ultra screen, how the bass would just boom, boom, boom.
I don't know, man.
It's how it's done.
I'm gonna have to deal with all the people singing along.
Who would sing along at? You know, they have the sing along version on Netflix too, right? Where they have the.
Yeah, maybe I'll get that for my car.
That'd be golden.
This was a fun episode. Cheers, Andy.
Peace, love, and chicken grease.